So, what have we been talking about? Arithmetic sequences. Do you remember how I kind of talked about yesterday or 2 days ago or on the video how they are pretty much linear functions, right? We have a common difference, that's a slope. We have a initial point, which is our y-intercept, right? There's really no difference between an arithmetic sequence and y equals mx plus b. That's what the reading at the top says. So we're going to look at how can we make a linear function from a sequence, and then we're going to look at transforming it. So let's complete that table below. Help me out. Oh, there's a dot here. What's this point? Yeah, -7. What's this point? Yeah. All right. Dude, what if the test was just that, y'all? Now, again, this is kind of review. What's my common difference? +2, right? You don't have to say positive, but I just want to be sure. All right, with that, do you guys think we can come up with a formula? I need some markers. What's my a sub 1 on this? -5. Yeah, because what n term, right? So a sub 1 is -5. So I have an a sub 1 and a d, so I can do my formula. A sub n equals what? -5 plus d times n minus 1, right? Or n minus 1 times d. Anyone disagree with that? All right. Can I change this to a linear function? Yeah. Well, if instead of a of n, I call it f of n. Can I do that? Yeah, you can't stop me. And it helped me because it says a of n and n right here. And I'm like, oh, I can do that. Can I simplify this? That's what? 2n minus 2. What's that simplify into? 2n minus 7. Is that y equals mx plus b? Yeah. Is that something we've seen before? Yeah. All right, that's not so bad. See, I told you guys this section's not so bad. There we go. I did an example in record time, y'all. Any questions on this? I know I went quick. Yep, you always use a sub 1. That's a sub 0. Yep. You know what's funny? You could have came up with that without even doing that trickeration. You could have just said my slope is 2, my y-intercept is -7. 2n minus 7. Yeah, who'd have thought algebra coming in clutch? Good old algebra. Back in the days when math was okay. All right, let's do this sequence. We know a sub 1 and a sub 8. Oh no, y'all, we're missing the other terms. How can I find my common term? That's for geometric. Do you guys want to do it the formula way? So, no, do you remember a sub? Well, you could add them together, divide it. That'll give you the middle term, right? And then you could do it again and do it again. But honestly, it's not so bad to do your a sub n equals, your a sub 1 plus your what? Your d times n minus 1, right? Let's plug in a sub 8, right? Right? I'm plugging in 8 for my n. What is a sub 8? -39, right? Wait, do I know my a sub 1? 17. Do I know my d? No. Is that a problem we can solve with algebra? Yeah, we definitely can. Maybe I can. Is that thing 46? 50? Jiminy crickets. I was going to say, Not me. I got -8 equals D. Get used to, a lot of times they'll give you two terms, and remember you can always plug in, you know, one of your terms and see what happens. So now that I know it's -8, can I get this bottom row? Yeah. What do I do each time? Subtract 8. Subtract 8. Subtract 8. Subtract 8. Subtract 8. Subtract 8. Phew, it works. Ta-da! Why did I do that? What's my domain of this? That's my domain. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. What's my range? That's my range. Remember, what do these brackets mean? Set. That's a set, right? It's a list of numbers. I don't know what it means in the check. I'm sorry. You'll have to check. But yeah, your domain, you just list them out. Range, you list them out. I forgot. All right. Any questions on that? Okay, okay. Nice little review of the things we do. Oh, I should erase that.
We still have the math club. I would say, I just said I had all time. But I would understand.
We can do it. So think about this. What do I need to make this into a linear function? I need an mx plus b, right? But m is the same thing as my d. Agreed? Or and x is going to become an n, right? So I can do f of n equals, what was my d up here? -8 n. Now, d is the slope, the common difference. What am I missing? Y-intercept. How can I find my 0 term? You would add an 8, right? Because it's the opposite of subtracting, so that'd be 25. Does that make sense? Because my 0 term would be my y-intercept. So I do 8n plus 25. Now you could have taken the formula we had over there and done all that stuff, but you don't have to. Use your information you have. D is your slope. A sub 0 is your, oh, I'll put that. That's A sub 0, right? Critical thinking can get you a long ways in mathematics. That's honestly, that's probably the biggest difference in pre-calc and the algebras is algebra, they try to teach you set ways that work every time. In pre-calc, it's more like there's multiple ways to do it. And you have to kind of think about which way is the easiest. All right. Guys, we're halfway there. No, I'm not. I'm barely. Uh-oh. Does that fit? All right, let's try this beast. Oh, come on. All right, take a look at this. Take a look at this example 4. Try it out. Can you guys try it out? Fill out the terms. Fill out the right-hand box. Or at least fill out the terms. Guys, this is... Beep, beep. I wasn't paying attention.
Oh. Okay.
Well, if this was all that was on the test. What do you guys get for your 2? Where do you get 27 from? What's my next one? What's my next one? What's my next one? What's my next one? All right. Why are we even doing this, guys? What I want you to recognize when we're dealing with our sequences is this and this are the same thing, right? A sub 1, f of 1, all equal 32, right? A sub 2, f of 2 is 27. All these are the same thing. They're my y, they're my f of, they're my a sub, they're my terms, right? It's good for us to break this down and know what's the same and what's equivalent, because remember, questions sometimes aren't very straightforward, right? So let's come up with 2 ways to write this formula. We want to write it as a function notation and a subscript. So subscript would be what? A sub n? And function would be f of n, right? Function notation subscript. So a sub n, what do I need? I need a sub 1. What's my a sub 1? 32. Plus, what's my d? -5. And then it's n minus 1, right? Now, how can I do this f of n? I need a slope. What's my slope? -5. Now, what's my y-intercept going to be? Yeah, if I go backwards, what would my next term be? It'd be 0.37. Could you also solve that to get the same thing? Yeah, but that was less steps, right? And I'm out of shape. I like to avoid steps. I like to go take the elevator. The people on the video will have no idea why I found that funny. All right, any questions on this one? No. A lot of people, they take out a lot of people. Yeah. All right. Look at us go. This is record time. All right. Again, this is a nice little review. I'm going to do it relatively quick. All right, example 5. Y'all, we're going to get through this in record time. But a lot of this is review that we've done, right?
Yes.
Okay. So, first 10 terms, what do I do? What's my first number I should plug in?
1. 0. The first 10. 0 is not. So 0 through 9?
Ooh, what do you guys think?
Well, 0 is your initial number. It doesn't matter. 4. I'm going to just say 1 through 10. There. Say 0 through 9. No, 1 through 10. 4. Look back at the last problem. Yes, exactly.
0 or 1, what do I plug in first? Help me out. Who thinks 1? Who thinks 0? I appreciate you guys for holding, but it is 1. You're going to plug in 1. Because it's the first 10 terms, so it'd be 1, 2 to 10, right? Because we're talking about actual tangible things, you know what I mean? Like, we're going to start at 1 because sequence. We're going to use 0 to find our y-intercept, right? When I plug in 1, what do I get? 18. A negative times a negative is a... I can't believe you said that, Hugh. All right, it's 18. All right, and then when I plug in, what's it going to go down by each time? 3, right? So what's my next one going to be? Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Again, should you be, if it is in arithmetic, should you be plugging it in each time? Please don't. Take your common difference and just, that. Do you remember, guys, remember kindergarten when they teach you count by 2s and 3s? And you're like, when am I going to use this in the real world? It's that time.
It's the real world now.
It feels real to me. All right. Now, how do I find the 200th term? You just plug it in. This is ridiculous. But you got to support it with work. Ta-da!
What? Oh.
I got negative. Ooh. If they ask you to show work and I did not put f of 200, they might dock you. Use your function notation. Again, why are we doing this when we did it? We're just changing it to look like function notation, right? We're showing that they're common. It makes it look like we're smart. That's what I've been doing my whole life. Sometimes I just look up a word for the day to use and make it part of my vernacular. That's the word today, to make you sound smarter.
Like betwixt.
No.
Like hither and betwixt.
It's not bad practice, though. What? Vernacular is like the words you use. It's part of your vernacular, your vocabulary. Yes, it's the words that you, it's like, I could say, like Southerners have a different vernacular than people in the Midwest. They use different words. If it makes you feel better, this on video, but my wife and I she didn't think it was a word either about 5 years ago. I'm like, oh no, it is. And we had to look it up and I was right. I wrote it on the calendar too. I'm like, I was right this day. That didn't go over very well. Write the slope-intercept form. So I need f of n. What's my slope? Negative 3n. What's my y-intercept going to be? 21, right? This was a sub 1. I need a sub 0. Now I could have also just solved that out, right? But again, why? All right, how you guys feeling about this section so far? Good until you see the homework. All right. Good until you see the quiz. It's always easier when someone else is doing the problems.